What it is, what it do, it's your boy, Mr. Blue, the t-shirt guy. And today we got a little tutorial for you. And a couple folks been asking me, how do you make those masks? What goes on to make the mask? So guess what, everybody? About to find that out. So first things first, we want to make sure that we got the right measurements for the face mask. So what we want to do is we want to measure this space right in here. You want to measure this. This is your go spot. This is your go spot. You want to give yourself wiggle room. You don't want to get all back here because you see how the mask changes size all the way through here. Oh, that's going to give you crazy measurements. So what you want to do is you want to measure right in this area. This is where you want to be. And you want to do your best. You want to measure in centimeters. If inches is cool, inches will get the job done. You get what I'm saying? If you measure in inches, it'll get the job done. So if you measure right about where the cheek is, that's your little go spot. So let's just say we measure from right here to right there. We're talking about 3 inches. And that's gonna give you right to the front of the face mask. And that's gonna measure right to the front of the face, right where this crease is. To about right here. That's about 3 inches. That's about 3 inches. All right. So what you want to do is you want to measure that. Then you want to measure right across here. And you want to measure, there you go. You want to go about 4 inches. 4 inches tall. Because you want to give yourself some wiggle room. You get what I'm saying? You don't want to have it. You don't want to measure from here to here because that's not true. That's not your whole face mask. Well, it is your whole face mask, but let's just be honest. That's going to look tacky. You get what I'm saying? So you want to give yourself a couple centimeters off, and let's just say we go right about here. So you want to go about 4 inches. That's going to give you some nice playroom. You got 4 inches, because if you come all the way back here, guess what? See, now you went back here and you got 2 inches. So you don't want to mess around back there. All right. Our next stop is actually the computer program itself. What I use is Shortcuts a Lot Pro. And this is my baby. I love it. It's easy to use. Once you get everything lined up, it's a great program. It's a great program. So the first thing you want to do is you want to get your mat size to a little bit bigger than where you're actually going with the measurements. You get what I'm saying? So let's just say we're going to shrink this down to 5 inches wide because we know we're not going 5 inches. And we're going to go 5 inches tall. In fact, let's just do it like that. Okay. Boom, 5 by 5. Now you can see here, you can look and see the measurements and see that the design, excuse me, everybody, you can see the design itself is already right at about 3 inches wide and almost 3 inches tall, which is cool. That's cool. That's going to work. So we know that's going to work. That's going to fit beautifully inside our design. And that brings us to the next step. The vinyl. What color are we going to use? Now, we have a host of different colors that I could use. I really have a gang of colors. It's crazy. My color selection is nuts. But since today we are fulfilling this order for a client who wants the drip sauce mask in black, but they want the silver vinyl. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this over to our cutter. And that's the next step. All right, so next step, we come right on over here to our cutter. And y'all see I use the SC. It's from US Cutter, the SC2. I didn't even take all the plastic off of it. But just because I like, I just like that feel. You get what I'm saying? I want to preserve that as long as I can. I know some of y'all feel me. Some of y'all don't. Guess what? I don't care. So when you're putting the vinyl in here, what you want to do is you want to put it shiny side down. You see how that's shiny? See how that's not shiny? Shiny, not shiny. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. So when you're putting it in here, what you want to do is, you see this little piece over here? That's where your blade is housed, right there. And you want to get a little bit of room. And you want to measure that. Hold on, y'all. I got one. There we go. Woo! I was able to lock that thing in. So you're going to go ahead. You're going to get that. You see, you got that little space right up underneath there. See if I can focus in on it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. You see what I'm talking about? And you want to make sure that's even all the way across. What I like to do is I like to line it up with this little line going across right here. So hold on. Let me lock this thing in. All right. And now I know a lot of y'all wondering, is it even on? And to answer your question, no, the cutter is not on. But guess what? It is now. So after loading everything up, we are back on the program. You get what I'm saying? And what we're going to do is you want to make sure that you take your design. And if your printer is set up like this, you want to slide it right on over here. In fact, since I pretty much know because I don't cut these a dozen times, I'm going to just pull this out just a little more because I like my designs a little big. I do. It's just, I just do. And my clients like it. You can't go wrong with the sauce. You get what I'm saying? If you're sauced up, if you're dripped up and dripped out, you can't go wrong with the sauce. If your sauce drip, your sauce drip. If your sauce don't drip, then guess what? Don't even worry about it. Go on to my website, bluelabel.com, and get you some sauce. And that'll solve all your problems right there. All right, but what we're going to do is, you see how I got this over here in this corner? Watch this. When we go up here to cut, let me move this over here so y'all can see. All right, two things happen. You see these arrows right here? Them arrows, that let you know which way your vinyl is going. So you see how we loaded the vinyl in and we stopped it. Y'all got to ignore this little thing right here, man. It's driving me nuts. I got to clean this up. But, you know, I use my computer like that. My hand sit right there. But the first thing that happened was, one, you can see the design flipped. It's mirrored. And you got to do that. You see? Check that out. Well, we're gonna flip it right there. So anytime we hit cut, is automatically going to mirror. And what that's going to do is, because when you're cutting it with the shiny side down, but when it comes out and we peel it, like you're going to see in a minute, it's going to be flipped the other way when we put it on the mask. You get what I'm saying? You get me? All right, so it's mirrored. It's ready to go. We're going back to the cutter. So now that we're back at the cutter, we're going to go ahead and tell this thing to cut it on out. This is my favorite part, y'all. I swear it is. Look at that. You know what that sound like to me? That sound like money being made. All day. That's the sound of money. Listen. So now that we have cut the design out, it's time to peel. And what I like to do is, normally I would trim this whole piece off right here. In fact, let me go ahead and do that. We got our little X-Acto right here. Now, if you're not used to working with these blades, get used to it. Yeah. Boom. You see that? Nice, clean cut. Ain't none of the design come up with it. We got a whole design right there. Boom, you can see it right there. Okay, so we got our design, and next thing we got to do is peel it. And we got this right here. But thanks to, you know, movie magic, and boom, there you go. All right, so now that our design has been peeled, we're going to check it with the actual mask itself. And boom, look at that. Fits right in there. What'd I tell you? What'd I tell you? I told you, Mr. Blue Label ain't going to lead you wrong. And I never will. You see that? It looks good. That look good in there, don't it? That thing look good. That thing look good now. That thing look good. Hold on now. Oh, there we go. Okay. It had the mask upside down for a quick second. Look at that. Boy, that thing look good. Boy, that thing look good. So our next stop, guess what that is? The heat press. And bang, here we go. This is the heat press. Well, actually, this is this is a heat press, but it's a hat press. And what we do is, right with this, you know, you want to be careful. You don't want to touch this part right here. Once you got this thing flamed up, once it's cooking, don't put your hand right there. You're going to learn the lesson. You can either learn the lesson, you can buy the lesson. I'm trying to help you learn the lesson. You touch it if you want to with that thing cranked up like that, and you're going to buy that lesson. You get what I'm saying? But when you're doing this, you want to keep your hats and everything. You want to keep your temperature right about 315, 320. And we're going to press it for about 15 seconds. And that's going to do it, really. That's the big boy. That's our money maker. Hey, baby. Hey, how you doing? All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to bring that little, we're going to bring the mask right on over. We're going to swing that out of the way. That's a swing. That's a clamshell. If you don't know the difference, I'll explain that in another video some other time. Leave it in the comments if you really want to know the difference. And I'll make a video explaining that. And trust me, we'll all feel a little sillier after I explain it. But, all right, so we're going to put that right there. We're going to come in with this. We're going to line that right in there. We're going to drop that in there like that, though. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, hold on. Let me. You see that? You see how that's sitting in there? Okay, then we're going to come through with our Teflon paper. The Teflon done. Little droppage. We had a little droppage just then. That's okay. That's okay. We're not going to worry about that. Swing that back. Lock it in. Cut on the timer. And we got about 12 seconds. But through movie magic, there's only 1 second remaining. Bingo! We're going to cut that off. Move that out the way. Take off the Teflon. And we're going to get ready. We're going to get a little light blue pill. We're going to, a little peekaboo. Because this is a hot pill. You got hot pills and cold pills. And we're going to peel that right on off. Ooh, that thing dripping. That thing dripping. That thing look good, don't it? But what I like to do is, I like to give it a nice little seal. So we're going to put that back. And we're going to press it one more time. And this time we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we done. Then we come to our next step. All right, and you know what step that is? Let me get it together. Booyah! We want to get it inside of this. But that's going to be after we disinfect it, we clean it up, we wash it. Because we want to give our client clean, sanitary stuff. We don't want nobody, you know, just, we don't give out dirty stuff. And besides, with all this COVID, right. So that's what you want to do. You want to measure, and then measure it again. Long story short, that's really about it. Because once you get everything lined up and you measure it, you're good. You're golden. You're solid. You get what I'm saying? Your money, son. Your money, son. But let that be it. And glad I could show y'all how to make these dope ass masks. If you want your own drip sauce, if you want to drip your own sauce, holla at me at bluelabel.com. BLEU-label, LABEL.com. Or you can hit me up on Instagram, Mr. Blue Label. Very simple. Very simple. Get it off my website, or you can holler at me personally and get it like that. You get what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I love you. Love, peace, and hair grease. And stop letting people tell you you ain't capable. Through the hustle, you are able. Peace.